So looking up at this website that Mr. Peterson shared this morning, what do you see, think, or wonder as you take a look at this first picture? Cody, what do you notice?
They're army men.
Okay, what tells you that they're army men?
The bad guys.
How do you know? Who else thought that these were some people who were in the military or in the army? Why? What tells you that? What's the clue? Ricardo?
Because lots of army men have steel helmets.
Okay. And
Their
they,
helmets are all green, and lots of people don't have just green steel helmets.
okay, does anyone have anything else to add? Mariana?
I think all the army is going to go into one place where they can battle a different one.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Because they're in a boat, and boats can take you to somewhere that can be a little far away.
Anybody else have something to add? Dana?
Why are they in huge boats?
Okay. I don't know in this one that it's going to work because you made the other picture come up. Put it down and I'll show you what I mean. You asked, what was your question?
What? Why is the boat? Why are they in a boat?
Right, and you asked me such a huge boat, right? Because we saw the big, huge boat. But then, when you came up because you wanted to circle it, what did you notice happened?
It changed.
What happened?
The big, huge boat was gone.
What was it replaced
Well, the
with?
big, huge boat is right over there. It's going away.
Okay, but hold on. Why do you think that's the big, huge boat?
Because
You can't, if you touch it, it's the kind of website that'll kind of throw it back. So,
this boat doesn't look the same as the last boat that was over there before. This one looks like the same that was. But there's no Iron Man all over it. But it is. They are. It's only because it's at the front.
do you think there's army men? What do people think? Why do you think there's no army men?
Because I don't see any. But there's a lot of army men, so there's gonna be a big boat. That's like a tiny little boat. But that's not. And I don't see all the army people on the boat everywhere. It's supposed to be all. It is. It's just the front. All the people are inside, and it's not showing the whole boat.
Okay, sit for a minute. Let's see. Look really closely at this picture. Now, look really closely here.
Oh, I see something. It's different.
What do you see, Ricardo?
That black boat that was over there and the white boat on the other picture, this one was the right one, but it was like you couldn't see them yet because some of them were empty.
Okay, but what else do you notice? Like, look at those boats there. What do you notice are on those boats? What do you notice, Shyla?
I noticed there's some not army men.
Okay. No soldiers. But what else do people notice on the boats themselves?
Numbers!
Oh, I know it's exciting. Shyla, sit for a second.
And letters.
What do you notice, Natalia?
That there's letters and numbers.
Can you recognize any of the letters and numbers?
There's S in the thing, then there's numbers.
There is. There's a U-S, and then can anyone recognize what the number is?
And then there's a 10 over there, and then there's a 50, and then there's a L6A,
Right?
and then there's an 8-7, and then
Yeah.
And then an 87.
Oh,
And then an 8.
okay, so hold on a minute. Just sit for a minute because you don't actually have to stand on this one because there's nothing to really take. If you were to look at the number of people here. Do you see all the people?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at how many there are. Shyla, just have a seat. Now, look here. What do you notice? Jordan?
Because that's the big boat.
Oh, okay, it does kind of look like a boat, but what's missing in this picture?
There's no numbers there. There's no numbers.
So is it the same boat?
No.
Okay. What else do you notice? What's missing in this picture? Jordan, you got to be careful, okay? What's missing in the picture?
Cause that on the other picture,
Yeah?
the boat had something going up, and that one has something going up, but that one doesn't.
Okay. What else seems to be missing in this picture? Sarah?
Maybe the boat already sailed away.
Looking at what's here and what's here, look at the buildings in the background.
They're not the same building.
Look at the buildings in this one.
Oh, look. They swam away.
Shh.
They
What?
they moved to a different place.
Why do you think it's a different place?
Because in the other picture it was different. They must have swam away a little bit farther into a different one.
Except, if you were to look just at the picture itself, this one here, okay, and this one here, so the first and second, where would you rather be?
I know.
Would you rather be in this first picture, or would you rather be in this second picture?
That one.
Shh. Which one would you rather be in, Jean? 1 or 2? Raise your hand if you agree with Jean. Who would rather be in picture number 2? Who would rather be living in a place like picture 2? Why? Why did you want that?
Because there's a big place to swim and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
And there's no garbage.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
there's no garbage on the floors or nothing.
Okay, anything else?
I got a question.
Yeah? You can't touch it. Because if you touch it, it's going to swing back, okay?
That one's different because it has a blue thing.
Yeah?
And the other one didn't. And the boat's gone. And even the little things stick up.
Okay.
The little
Please.
boards.
So, which one looks more peaceful? Option 1 or option 2?
Option 2.
Does option...
Option 2.
Here was 1. Here was 1. Here was 2. Which one looks more peaceful?
2.
2. And it actually, even though you are making some wonderful inferences about where this boat and stuff could have come, it actually is happening at 2 different times. This picture is actually during the war. And it says here, it gives us some information at the bottom, which is something I did not show you, which says that this picture was taken in June 1944, which was during the Second World War. This picture, okay. Oh, and I don't know if it tells us where the second picture, because it still is the same thing. But in this second picture, oh, it was the 5th of April, 2014.
So that was this scene.
It was. So it's the same place, but a totally different experience. Why are those army people, those soldiers, military men and women, not in this second picture? Why are they not in the second picture? I'm picking the people that are sitting right fingers crossed. Why? Shyla, why?
Because they're already gone.
What do you mean by already gone? Well, why are those men and women that were fighting in the army not and in the military not in the second picture? Jordan?
Because they're all dead.
Many of them were. They fought for our country. But what is now happening in the second picture? Ricardo?
Maybe it's because they're having their 2 minutes of peace right now.
They might be having their few minutes of silence. And if it was on November, that could have been true. But just 1 second. But in this second picture, why don't we need the military here anymore? Mariana?
Because I think maybe they swam away.
Why don't we need the military here anymore?
Because I think the first one won, and a lot of people were dead, and they didn't want to be dead anymore.
I don't know. Why do you think that we don't need the military in this huge picture as we did before? Sarah?
Maybe because there's no problem anymore.
Well, there's certainly not this same kind of war, is there?
No.
Not as before.
Maybe they went away because there's another war that's going to be somewhere else.
Maybe. Let's hope not. What were you going to say, Jordan?
Because there's no bad. Because if they were there staying there all night, there'll be no bad guys to kill because they're all gonna be dead.
What do you think?
Probably the army men got off, and they probably took half men to the war, and then half men here.
Right? But do we need that? Like in 1944, we were in the middle of a war. We needed to have that huge military group of people there because they were keeping us safe. Do we need that now? No. Because of everything that they did before, we don't need that anymore. Which is why it's kind of neat to see the same place at a totally different time.